Alright guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up?
My dude.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Man, I'm just so excited.
It's one of those weeks where it's another week.
Yeah, but I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't wait to hear you talk about Jason Statham. It's just the best.
Some dreams, you didn't think they'd come true.
Right, but you kept your nose to the grindstone. You know, you refused to be distracted
Right.
by the drama in the world.
Right.
And you did it.
Yeah. I said there are a couple things in that I require. I require a bald man action movie.
Right.
And that's top priority.
Right.
Let's get it done.
Oh my God.
People.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your review.
They did it.
Also, I don't want to spoil things.
Oh.
I don't want to spoil things, but one of the trailers we watched,
Oh.
I was distracted because it was such a bad trailer. And so I was scrolling through the viewer comments on it, and the review of the trailer
Yeah.
was, quote, "This is no doubt one of the movies made in 2023. I felt like that was the kind of review we would give.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's part of the Rickageissance, right?
The Rickageissance? Is
Yeah.
that what we're talking about?
I mean, I think I want to call it the
The
Rickageissance.
Rickageissance, as
Yeah.
in the Nick Cage-essance.
Yeah.
The Nick
The
Cage-essance.
renaissance of Nick Cage.
Are we trying to say we've entered the golden era of Nick Cage movies?
I feel like he reached a high
True.
and then he reached a low.
Right.
But our man was like, if you poop
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
eventually you can stand on that poop and reach greatness.
Oh my God.
Right? And I feel like he's shot in the bucket enough. He's now popped out. He's returned to prominence.
This is the grossest show we've done yet. He wasn't in the movie that I read that review for.
No, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, but
that
there's
was Butcher's Crossing and Dream Scenario. Oh,
I don't want to I don't give away. But he is in the two movies that he's in are Dream Scenario and Butcher's Crossing. And one of those looks amazing and the other looks less
amazing, but still interesting.
Yeah, neither one of them look bad.
Right. All right. Well, let's get into the news first.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of trailers to talk about.
I am pumped. I'm psyched for the trailers this week.
Yeah.
Because there's good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah, and I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it's most of what we have to talk about this week. Because let's talk about news, and when we talk about news, it's kind of nothing going on. So
That's our high-end sound effects department.
we pay for those are 3D After Effects.
Right.
You're not watching the show, so you don't see it.
You don't see the holograms that Henry designed.
Exactly. All right, so we kind of had two big things.
Okay.
Do we want to start off with the biggest of the two?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. Crossroads, the Britney Spears movie.
The Britney Spears movie?
Yeah.
I love how you say the Britney Spears movie as if I have any idea that there is such a thing.
You don't remember Crossroads?
I remember Britney Spears.
And she made a movie called Crossroads.
Oh, I did not know that.
I believe Jada Pinkett Smith is in it.
Oh my God.
And
Oh, so this is an old movie.
it's an older movie.
Okay, gotcha.
It was from when she was like. This movie
Oh.
came out, and then they made like the Justin and they made the American Idol movie after this. 'cause
Okay,
they thought-
so I misread the show notes. The show notes say Crossroads returns to theaters in competition with T Swift.
quote unquote competition.
Yeah.
So it's actually to promote some other Britney Spears thing.
Yeah.
But when it's returning to theaters for like 3 days, will be during the Swiftageddon, as we want to call it, where there will be hard pressed to find any open rooms to show anything other than Taylor Swift.
But I give them full props.
Yeah.
Whoever's idea this was, because they don't need to sell a single ticket. But just the fact that they're going to get beat so bad puts them on the radar, and the Britney Spears fans or anybody who's even casually interested in Britney Spears is like, oh, Crossroads. Oh, I didn't know that was back in theaters. Oh, cool. And then, like as you said, obviously it's teasing an upcoming Britney Spears project.
Right. Now, the podcast that got me into podcasting, which is called Yeah, Dude.
Yeah, Dude.
Still going on, 16 years strong.
Oh, my God.
They have like 1,000 episodes, close to 1,000 episodes now. And it's just like, it's a comedy podcast. Anyway, it's hosted by Jonathan Larroquette Jr.
Oh.
And Seth Romatelli. Seth Romatelli is a SAG member because he was in Crossroads. And so over the 16 years I've been listening to the show, he will often share about the $1.06 he made that year from Crossroads rentals or showings in theaters and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if he makes any extra money from this.
Interesting.
So anyway, Crossroads
good.
is coming back. It's not really in competition, but just a little funny joke.
Are you saying it's coming back on October 13th?
It's coming back on the 23rd, I think. So the Swift-again will be in full force.
Yeah.
But there might be a little lax.
Yeah.
You know?
We have noticed, I think the Taylor Swift movie is going to be heavily front-loaded.
Yes.
Like, we will definitely carry it for the full 4 weeks, and it will probably carry it further than that. But we're not going to need 7 screens on the second weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who want to see it will not wait to see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
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 We did just get the Taylor Swift posters delivered to Penn Cinema. And with a movie event like this, those posters were immediately delivered up to my office because they're so in demand from the kids that work here.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want any to go missing.
I was just going to ask, like, who's laid claim to
Well, Brookie will be first in line.
Right.
Because she's easily the biggest Swift fan here, you know.
Yeah.
So she'll get one.
Right. The way that you stated that was like they all came to my office because they're all going up on the wall.
Oh yeah. No. It's like a
security thing.
Security thing.
Yeah.
We did it with the Star Wars posters, and you know, because
got to keep watch.
Because the problem is we sometimes get like 2 or 3 of the exact same poster, so we can put them in multiple poster cases. So then it's sometimes hard to tell, like, oh well, there's 2 posters, but if there were supposed to be 3,
right? Come
on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it happens.
So anyway, all right. Well, in other news, as we sit here today.
Go on.
I don't know what that sound effect was supposed to be.
Are you trying out for Star Wars? The new droids?
Anyway, as we sit here today on a Sunday, the writers and the studios are participating in their 3rd straight day of talks. So we're really hopeful that we can stand by my prediction that it'll wrap up by the end of September.
The good thing about this, not only in the fact that it's been going on for days, is that before they started talking, they released a joint statement saying that they would be negotiating.
Yeah.
And usually it's like one side makes a statement, the other side makes a statement, but they made a joint statement,
right? Not
saying that anything particular was happening, just that they were coming back to the table.
Yeah. So, and I think it's also a really good sign that we're going on the 3rd day and there haven't been any like hateful leaks.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that we can put this ugly chapter behind us.
You think the writers come to an agreement and then SAG-AFTRA is not far behind?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once one crumbles, the other one.
Because they're wrestling with really almost the exact same issues.
Yeah. It's honestly surprising they're not like joined together.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You would think that you could have that all in one big meeting room.
Well, you would think, but I bet that they've got enough nuances that neither one of them would want to like feel shadowed by the other.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, that's all the news fit to print.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Oh, I was a little late on that.
Whoa.
I was fooling
we'll
around.
Catch it with the 3D.
Because we were fooling around.
Yeah.
We'll have to get that fixed at the post-production.
Post-production.
Or as the kids say, in post.
Yeah, Scotty, he does some great work with the 3D post.
But he really can't live up to Henry's work.
Henry was only good for a couple hundred episodes.
Right.
And then he got picked up
He got big.
by the big guys.
Don't you go getting any ideas, David. We all remember back during COVID
Yeah.
what happened when I tried to do the show by myself.
It feels a little dry.
Well, we knew it wasn't going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, I would never try to say, oh, I could do the show without you. Nobody was saying that. And certainly you wouldn't try to do the show without me. But I forget what...
We both did one show without each other.
Was that right?
And both times people were like, it was missing something.
Yeah. And back then, this is going to sound funny to say, but back then we cared that we had never missed a week.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we can't miss a week. All right, well, I'll do it by myself.
I think that was that was admirable.
Yeah.
From both of us.
Right.
Because we went a long time.
Yeah. That was years. We went years.
Yeah.
Multiple years with never missing an episode.
And we're still very
consistent.
It just, sometimes life. Well, now that you're not doing Iron Man anymore, it'll probably be a little bit less. So, no, because a lot of times you're traveling for Iron Man.
Absolutely.
I don't mean that any bad way.
Absolutely.
Just, you got other things on your mind.
Yeah.
Like running from a wall.
Right. Running and gunning.
Yeah. If anybody was primed to make an escape,
right.
Like it would be you're prepared
I'm
for
ready.
any situation.
You bet.
Water, land,
Right.
bicycle.
If I'm running from the law and I see a bike on the side of the road, you bet I'm going to jump on that bike.
Yeah.
And if I need to swim to escape them, I will.
To escape?
Yeah, to escape.
Yeah. All right, on to new trailers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new trailers. And I'm prepared to say most of them are good.
Yeah.
And there's a couple that are excellent.
It's hard to even say, what my trailer of the week is.
I have a trailer of the week.
And I think the one I'm going to go with is just because it's so weird
Yeah.
that I want to see it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, well, let's start with the most mainstream.
The only mainstream.
Yeah. And that's The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds, trailer 2. I thought this was a good trailer, too. Because it showed us more of the story without showing us all of the story. And it showed us new stuff without showing us too much new stuff. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It started off, I was kind of whatever, it's a prequel.
Right.
But now, I'm kind of want to see what happens.
Yeah, so it basically, correct me if I'm wrong, but it basically is the origin story of Mr. Snow.
Yeah, the guy that was the president.
Right.
During the Hunger
President
Games.
Snow, I guess, is
President
the
Snow,
title.
yeah.
And what we saw in the trailer is that we're going to see Snow and apparently one of his best little buddies from young age, and then they grow up and sort of so you're going to see a bunch of different Mr. Snows.
No, I thought that he had won one of the Hunger Games.
Oh, is that what it was?
But the way that this was, one of the lines in the trailer for this, one girl was like, "Can you imagine being chosen for the Hunger Games?" to him? And I was like, well, why would she say that to him if he hadn't actually done that? But he was, either way, he was one of the first, mentors.
Yeah.
And
the Woody Harrelson character.
Yeah, and it seems like, and in the Hunger Games, the original ones, those were always people who had previously won.
Right.
So, but then it looks like it's his love interest or whatever is now chosen to be in the Hunger Games. So.
I don't know. I feel the same way you do. This looked really exciting. This is opening on November 17th. It'll be in IMAX. I think there's a lot of pressure on it to carry Thanksgiving from a business point of view. And this trailer gave me hope that it looks good enough that you'll get the Hunger Games crowd, and then it also looks appealing enough to people who don't know anything about Hunger Games.
Right.
So, yeah, I give it a A+.
Yeah, it's good. The next movie is going to be my trailer of the week.
Same.
Easily.
My trailer of the week.
It's called Dream Scenario.
It's from A24, and it stars one Nick Cage.
Part of the Racagescence.
Part of, as you heard earlier on the show, part of the Racagescence.
Yeah.
Racagescence.
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 I want
Oui, oui, monsieur.
I want a picture of Nick Cage, but like done up like the Leonardo DiCaprio with like not the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Da Vinci.
Yeah,
No.
the Da Vinci man.
Yeah.
You know, with like the
the
arms.
Yeah. All right, so the Racagescence. So this, I can't quite get a handle on what this movie is about, but it appears that there's a regular guy who's a professor in college,
right,
minding his own business, and he apparently is like appearing in everybody's dreams.
Everybody's dreams.
Like around the world, everybody is dreaming about this guy.
And not in a, well, I think that it changes, but initially,
yes,
he's just like things will be happening and he'll just be like in the room.
In the background.
Not necessarily creepy, but just like, because even in the dreams, he's kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's alligators in this room?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. And then they notice that it's just weird that this guy's just like there.
It looks super weird. And so then he becomes famous.
Right.
And so there's a portion of the story that's him, going through, how it's affecting him. And
it seems like maybe the more people think about him, the more his roles in the dream change.
Yeah.
And like he can become bad or good or...
Definitely by the end of the trailer, there's a lot of confusion because people in his dreams are now interacting with him.
Yes.
So, and, there's his daughter screaming, help me, daddy. And you don't know whose dream that was in.
Right. His or her. Is
Right.
it his nightmare or her?
Right.
Her.
So I don't know. This 100% is my trailer of the week. It's called Dream Scenario.
Yeah.
They're spending a bunch of money to promote it because every time I turn on YouTube, I see an ad for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know when it's coming out, but it's from A24.
I love A24.
Who we love.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be good. Let's go.
Yeah. Following that up, we have another movie from the...
So are we done with Nick Cage now?
No.
No.
Because we got another movie from the Racagescence.
Racagescence.
It's called Butcher's Crossing. Now, this movie started off, it's a Bond film. So already I was kind of like, all right, we'll just see how... Like, I almost didn't even put it on here. I was like, can't be worth that much of our time.
Right.
But then the main character, I was like, oh, I kind of recognize that actor. And then he walks into a room, and there's Nick Cage.
Oh, my God.
He's like, hey, I'm Nick Cage, and I'm in this movie. Right?
It was weird that they wrote that into the script.
Yeah.
Because it was a period piece.
And they're like, what'd you say? He's like, nothing, don't worry about it.
And then he looked at the camera and...
Wink. So Nick Cage is a trapper the right word? He's a hunter. And the city guy comes out because he wants to hunt.
Right.
And Nick Cage is putting together a group of guys to go
on a hunt
these buffaloes.
Right.
But then it turns out that he's a little crazy. And he's,
right.
There's like hunting to gather as much as you can. And there's, at one point, I guess he's shot way too many buffalo for them to even skin. And the guy's like, what's the point if we're not going to get to skin them? And Nick Cage is like, oh, you'll skin them or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And so things get a little crazy.
Things get a little dicey. This was my number 3 this week.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. This was a great trailer. I'm interested in the movie. I don't know if it'll play at Penn Cinema or not. I don't know how wide of a release. Honestly, now that we're done with Hunger Games and Dream Scenario, all the rest of these movies, I don't know if they'll play or not.
Right. Well, I think it's all the rest of these movies made me think of, this is clearly a hole being filled type scenario. Whether or not these see mainstream light really depends on whether or not what happens when the strike ends.
Right. Okay, so the next was a movie from Searchlight, which looked really good, called All of Us Strangers.
Yeah.
Walk me through the plot.
Well, I'm a little confused.
Is this a love story?
Sort of.
But but then it seemed like maybe they were brothers.
No, because they're definitely lovers.
Right.
So there's a guy who's looking out the window all the time, and another guy who walks by. So the guy walking by the street decides to come up and seduce the other guy.
Right. As
you do.
happens.
Yeah. So always be careful when you're looking out the window.
Right.
And then the new lover convinces the guy that he says, "Oh, my parents died when I was 12," and he's like, "Have you ever gone back?" He says, "No." He's like, "You should." So then the other half of the movie is the main guy going back to his old home, but that's the part that gets confusing.
Right.
Is it a fantasy or is it reality? Because it seems like he goes back to his old home and he finds his parents are there, and they're like, "You went missing 12 years ago," and he thought they died, and he like reconnects with his parents, but his parents look the same age as him.
Right.
That's the part that throws me off.
I'm very confused by this, but it looks like a
In a good
well-made
way.
movie. Like it's
Yeah.
going to be a good movie. It looks well-made. It's going to probably have a really interesting storyline, because it's obviously not just schlock, as
Yeah.
they say. It's a good, thoughtful storyline. So I don't know. All right, I'll watch it.
Sure, why not? All right, what do we have next here? We have a movie called In the Fire, which is another Saban Western.
This is the one that garnered the review that I started the show with. There is no doubt, writes this critic, there is no doubt, this is no doubt one of the movies made in 2023.
Tell me a little bit about
Love it. In the Fire is seems to be a super creepy. It's almost like a Western horror movie. Was the vibe that I got. Right? Or are you asking me because you're asking me, or because you forgot?
No, I'm asking. So this is the movie with Amber Heard as
Yes.
the lead, which is a big.
Right.
She's been canceled
Right.
into the ground.
Right. And she plays a therapist in this.
Yeah. Something she should maybe see. I don't know. I'm just saying,
Whoa, come on now.
What are you talking about, Penn?
Come on now. Why are you going to put down another fellow professional?
It's true. Professional.
I mean, you got your Emmy. How about you encourage someone else along their
Okay.
journey?
All right. Good point. Props to her.
Yeah. Props to her
Trying.
for making a movie, coming back.
Yeah.
I don't get exactly what's going on with this movie. Is she?
Okay. So
Is this revenge?
No. The premise is she's a therapist, right? And she gets called to look at this kid.
Right.
And the whole idea is that this town wanted them to do an exorcism on the kid, and the priest said no.
How about an Extra Swift?
An exorcism, good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what,
Right.
yeah.
So the tension is between her and the priest, because she's trying to say
No, the priest-
kid has a condition, and the priest is trying to say the kid is Satan.
Yeah. But then at the same time, things happen that seem kind of
Like
supernatural.
Maybe the kid is Satan.
Yeah. But at the same time, maybe he's got, I don't know what they're going to equate it to, probably
Yeah.
autism or something, but, who knows.
So do you think he ends up killing her at the end?
I think the movie will end with an ambiguous ending of maybe he was possessed and maybe he wasn't. But should we have killed him? Probably. I don't know.
Can we look forward to In the Fire 2?
I would doubt it.
A sequel?
No.
Isn't it funny how smaller movies never get sequels?
What?
All right, the next movie is I don't know what to make of this movie. I take it seriously. I feel like if I was younger, I would know the cast.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, a lot of them were like totally new.
Yeah. So it's called Tripped Up.
Yeah.
And it's about these 4 girls who are like high-end chefs.
Right.
And they go on a road trip together because one girl's like incredibly frustrated and she's like, we need to get out of town. And they go on this road trip to cook at this big festival.
Right.
And then hilarity ensues.
And growth and bonding
Yeah.
ensues.
Is it a modern day Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Maybe. I think this movie will have an audience. I don't know how big that audience is, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like it's going to be bad as much as it's just going to be, like, very niche. The other thing about it is, usually in these type of movies, the actors all play too young. You know what I mean? Like, they're all too old for what they're playing for.
Yeah.
In this movie, I feel like the actors are all too young for the role that they're playing.
Interesting.
They all seem for as much
they do seem
accomplished
young.
as much as that they're supposed to be accomplished or whatever. They seem like 7 years too young,
Right.
for it.
Yeah. So you're not buying it?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one I'm on is Story Ave Graffiti.
The movie's called Story Avenue. It's called Story Avenue. And then I wrote to remind us.
Oh, okay.
This is the graffiti movie. It stars that kid, Asante Black.
Yeah. who's exploding,
who we love.
Yeah.
I mean, he's incredible. And this was a very, very close second.
Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who famously I look a lot like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah. Is that Luis Guzman?
So Dream Scenario was my trailer of the week. Story Avenue was my close second. I love a movie that takes place in New York, and this looks like a powerful story. There's a great scene which kind of shows you. It's a little bit too bad that they put it in the trailer, but the main character is mixed up with some bad guys, and he ends up with a gun, and he has to stick somebody up at the Story Avenue subway stop, which is why the movie's called Story Ave. And he pulls out a gun on this guy who's played by
Luis Guzman,
and he says, "Give me all your money." And Luis says something about this gun is really big and you don't have to do this. And the guy says, "I don't know, give me all your money." And then Luis Guzman says, "No." Just like that, no, and then walks away.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I know what rough and tumble kids look like, and you don't look like a rough. Well, whatever. Like,
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah. He's like, I know
yeah.
what like these types of kids.
Yeah,
look like.
yeah.
You don't look like the type of kid that pull a trigger.
So Luis goes on to be a valuable mentor to this kid.
Right.
And apparently like takes him under his wing. And I don't know how they go from pulling a gun on him to being in his living room, but somehow that connection is made. And it looks like a really beautiful story. Looks really artistic. Looks like it's going to be visually pleasing.
Are you telling me that most people who pull guns on you don't have over?
I mean, not typically.
That's odd.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
I think, no, I don't want to say out of school, but I think a friend of mine who I almost named since we all know him, but I'm not going to name him, had a gun pulled on him. And our friend is bigger than everybody and knocked the gun right out of his hand and just said no.
Wow.
Yeah. How gutsy is that?
That's super gutsy.
Yeah.
So this reminds me of that Forrest Whitaker movie.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe not Forrest Whitaker. Finding Forrester, is that what it's called?
I don't know.
The one about the writer who's like a recluse and like the street kid becomes friends with him and literature saves him. Basically. People will know what I'm talking about.
No, they won't.
Anyway,
What if we had a staring contest on the podcast? Would that be gripping entertainment or what?
in editing, I'd add at least like 5 minutes.
Right.
Like,
Okay, the next movie looks weak, but it looks like a great story. This is the story of the woman whose case is the origin story of what we now refer to as getting your Miranda rights read to you.
Yeah.
Like, every time.
Well,
I mean,
it's not her case. It's his case because he's Miranda.
right. No,
He's Miranda.
he is? I thought.
It's called Miranda's Victim. He's Miranda. His last name was Miranda.
Oh.
And so the whole thing was that he was convicted of the crime without what we consider due process now.
Oh.
And then this is the story of, so he's convicted, put in jail
Right.
for this crime. And then another lawyer comes and he's like, what you did was not, what they did to you, coercing you into this was not right.
Yeah.
And a big part of one of the lines, see, I think this looks great. One of the lines in this was like, one lawyer says to Miranda's lawyer, says, what about Miranda's victim? And justice for her. And he says, I don't care about her. Like, this isn't about her. And so, and it becomes a thing of like them basically taking this guy who was convicted of a crime, pulling him out and basically like, all right, well, we're freeing him to put him back on trial and trying him the right way.
Right.
Which is almost impossible after the prejudice of already being convicted.
Right.
So it's a really big thing. And another thing is the main actress in this is Abigail Breslin, which is great to see her.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen her in years.
A little bit sunshine
Yeah.
back in action. So,
And I forget some of the others, but like Donald Sutherland plays I almost said Kiefer. Donald Sutherland plays the judge, I believe. Mm-hmm. I think there's.
I think this looks good.
Yeah, I take back what I said. It does look pretty good.
Yeah, but it's all about why, because a lot of the Miranda rights thing is often heralded as this great, amazing like protection that
Right.
we've put, and it is, but getting there meant taking someone who was horrible and basically
Right.
like freeing them in order to get it to happen.
Well, just the little bits that you saw in the trailer, Abigail Breslin looks like she's
Oh yeah.
delivering a great performance.
Oh,
Yeah.
The final movie we have here, you know, this is not a movie that I want to see, but by God, was it a great trailer.
Yeah.
It's a Shudder film,
Did you say by God?
by God.
Okay.
It's BYGOT. By Game of Thrones. This is what I was saying. It's got Elizabeth Banks, who
No, it does not.
no, yeah,
No, it has Heather Graham.
Heather Graham, obviously,
Right.
who I love
Right.
so much that I thought she was Elizabeth Banks.
Right.
It's got Heather Graham.
Right.
It's sold in this, like, it's got weird music. It's like kind of like, oh, this is going to be a horror movie, but it's kind of wacky and it's over the top and it's like,
It's a body swap movie.
and it's got me interested.
Yeah.
And the trailer was done really weird
Yeah.
and really well.
This is a movie that I would absolutely watch on TV.
Yes.
It's a horror movie, but it looks so cheesy that it's probably not going to be real scary. I think the idea is that I already said it. It's a body swap.
Yeah. And when the killer is in her body,
Yeah.
he's like he's really wacky.
Yeah.
And that's the part, because Heather Graham is great at wacky.
Yeah. And it does look fun. I mean, it looks scary and it's a horror movie and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, but it looks like a fun one.
Right.
Yeah.
So not normally our cup of tea, but I'll give it as far as, who knows how the the movie actually is, but the trailer I thought was very well done.
Yeah. Before we leave trailers, can I just make a comment that reminded me of something that has nothing to do with trailers? We talked about this movie called Butcher's Crossing,
Yeah.
and it reminded me of Miller's Crossing. I'm sorry, the movie did not. Just the fact that the title had the same similar title. Have you ever seen Miller's Crossing?
No.
I want to put it out there for our listeners because Miller's Crossing is an incredible movie. It takes place in the early 1900s. It's a gangster movie, or maybe it takes place, I don't know, I think during Prohibition or something like that. But it's so good. Like, it's just an absolute masterpiece. And just now when I saw the word Butcher's Crossing and it reminded me of Miller's Crossing, I thought to myself, why is Miller's Crossing not in my top 10 list?
Really?
Why have I...
Must be something, or you wouldn't forget it.
Right. I mean, it's such a good movie. It's so well done, and I don't even know who's in it, but it's got an A+ cast, and it's one of those movies. Whenever I remember it, I'm like, oh, I love this movie.
Well, speaking of Miller's Crossing, have you ever heard of Miller Lite? Or how about Crossroads?
Crossroads. Oh, is that the Britney Spears movie?
It is.
Yeah, I heard it's making a return.
Yeah.
I heard it on the Penn Cinema podcast.
That's where I get all my news.
That's it. Obviously, that's why you're so well informed.
All right, well, moving on from trailers, we're going to move to movie reviews, which we've got 2.
But we didn't change the price of the show.
No.
Still-
You thought you were coming for one?
No.
Hold up. We're coming at you with Dos.
Which is double.
Dosos Moviosos.
Dosos
as they say.
Moviosos, which is double Os.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
So hold on to your hats.
Yeah. So I saw Expend4bles.
Expend-offables.
Expend-offables. And Penn saw Dumas Manias.
Dumas Manias.
Okay, who wants to go first?
You. I mean, I did watch Dumb Money, and I
Okay.
came to the show fully prepared to do a movie review.
Okay, cool.
But,
All right.
age before beauty and whatnot. The Renaissance.
Here's what I thought. I thought the last Expendables movie.
Expendables, because it's not Expend4bles.
Yeah,
yet.
expend
balls.
3 balls.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Was a letdown. I remember being like, man, I really feel like they've lost it. But then there was all this talk about how they were going to make Expendables a female cast.
Yeah.
And they were going to like do all this stuff. And they were really trying to invigorate it. And then trailers came out and they're like, hey, you wanted R?
Right. You got R.
Buckle it up, buddies. You're getting R. Aren't you glad?
I didn't say banana.
I didn't say a banana. So I sat down to this movie with higher than low expectations.
Higher than low expectations, but not high expectations.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
And I left so fully disappointed in this movie. It wasn't even fun, dumb action. It was just... You know when...
This is painful to watch.
You know when you work... Do you ever work retail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've worked retail.
You know, you work retail and they got the radio on, right?
Yeah.
And maybe
Great.
there's a song that, like, you kind of like.
Sure.
Or maybe you didn't like.
Yeah, like everybody's working for the weekend.
Right. But you hear it so often that it just becomes nothing.
Right.
You don't hate it or you don't love it.
It's just soundtrack.
And I felt like that's what the action was in this movie. It was just there, but it didn't elicit any kind of like, I hate this.
Yeah.
It was so boring that I was really struggling to stay awake. Like, whenever there was action, my mind was just drifting. Because none of it was like going anywhere. The quips weren't funny.
Yeah.
There were a couple funny parts, but it just was a huge letdown. And Stallone isn't in the movie as much as you think, and I think it really missed him in it.
Arnold's not in it at all.
Arnold's, yeah, yeah. That's the thing is the whole thing about the Expendables thing is supposed to be the old guys coming back to action,
Right.
And now they're looking for they want to revitalize everyone. They put more people in it. But they want to revitalize the crew, but now they're adding people that aren't classic action stars anymore. Whether the action stars are all aged out or the new ones aren't as actiony as we remember. But, you know, like, what attachment do I have to 50 Cent? None. What's the point of Megan Fox other than that she's pretty? None. Like, there's, like, she wasn't, I don't know. The whole thing just didn't... Jason Statham just wasn't enough to carry it on his own. Surprise! I know. You'd think a guy shaves his head and has big muscles, he could carry a movie on his own.
Well, plus he walks around. He's you can tell from the way he walks. He's the greatest movie star in the history of movie stars.
He's pretty much up there.
The A-lister.
Right. And
Second to nobody.
Somehow they got this A-lister in a C-list film.
C-list film.
I don't know how they did it.
Yeah,
But
they did.
some of the stuff doesn't make any sense too. Like, these are supposed to be good guys. All right, I'm gonna.
All right, break it down. Break it down.
This is just a very small thing. All right, Stallone. Movie starts out. Stallone's like, "I need your help to get my ring back."
My ring.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he's got this ring that he always wears and all.
Okay.
That's really. And they're like, "What?" Statham's like, "What'd you do with it?" He's like, "Well, I lost it in a thumb wrestling bet," which is its own comedic thing. It's funny.
Right, okay.
So he takes him to the bar. And he walks in the bar, and literally everyone at the bar is like, "Hey, Stallone,
Yeah.
hey," like the waitress.
I loved you in Rocky.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Barney," because that's his name. "Barney, I love you. Barney, are you back again?" He's like, yeah. So he's clearly known in this bar. He clearly goes there a lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I lost it to this guy." It turns out the guy is either the owner or some bigwig because he comes out of the back room. I need to take a drink. Hold on. So he's like, "Barney," he's like, "Christmas, I need you to get my ring back for me." And there's no like, "Hey, can we pay you for the ring?" or anything. Instantly, Christmas just puts on some brass knuckles and starts beating the crap out of the guy who owns the bar, which turns into this huge bar fight where they wreck the bar. So basically, Stallone went into his hangout. And instead of being like, "Hey, we all know each other, let's come to some sort of amicable thing, or let's make a bet to get the ring back or whatever," instead, they just beat the crap out of everyone in the bar and take the ring back, thus ruining his reputation at this bar. Which doesn't make any sense, right? Because it seemed like they were all like kind of on good terms. You just lost a bet.
Right.
Now, later in the film, they have to account for a dead body. That was like a fake dead body. And they're like, "But who was the body?" And Stallone's like, "Hey, ever wonder what happened to that guy I lost the ring to? He killed him." But why? Because he lost a bet to him? It's like the guy wasn't evil. He was just a guy who owned a bar that he lost a bet to and then refused to give his ring back. So not only do they wreck his bar, but then they kill him and everyone laughs about it. Look, it took 4 of them. Fool me once, I like the first one. Fool me twice, I kind of like the second one. Fool me thrice, I'm a little weary. 4 times strikeout. That's how sports works.
I was going to comment on how you had like 3 or 4 different expressions going at once.
Yeah.
You had the fool me once. You had the strikeout on 4.
Well, it's baseball.
Yeah, right.
You wouldn't understand.
No, I know.
Yeah. So this franchise is dead.
You know,
4 moles and it's dead.
No, you know what the problem is? The problem is, first of all, I think a lot of people are agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But the problem, because all of you guys don't like it, they're going to rally the original cast and try to end on a high note with Expendables 5. Mark my words. The next Expendables will have a lot of Stallone, a lot of Arnold, have more Jason, and they're going to advertise it as like the end.
Back, baby.
Yeah.
One final round.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, best movie you ever saw, greatest movie of all time, or worst movie you ever saw?
Worst movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, unlike David, I did not throw away 2 hours of my life. I went down the hall and saw Dumb Money, which was amazing.
Really?
Yes. Now, you have to, I will grant you this, and I'm always straight with on this show. I'm always honest about like my opinions. This movie was amazing. It will be just as amazing when you watch it at home.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we talk about movies that need to be seen in theaters. I'm not positive this movie had to be seen in a theater.
Right.
But it did have a great soundtrack. It had great visual effects. The way they do like a lot of quick shots of like you would almost call it like a montage of like stuff that's happening on Twitter and how stuff went down. Seth Rogen's great in this. Paul Dano is the main character and he's amazing. And his wife, who's kind of a smaller role in the movie, is Shailene Woodley. She's amazing in it. And my favorite part of the movie is his idiot brother, who's played by Pete Davidson. And even his parents are, I don't know who they are, but they're recognizable. Like you've seen them in other things. They're older. It was a great cast all the way around. Fascinating story, inspiring story about sticking it to the man, and talk about like the underdogs. And it was also a fun movie because I enjoyed, first of all, it's based on a true story. So a lot of it was true. And during the credits, they showed some of the scenes from the movie, but with the original, like with the real people, like clips of them in the courtroom saying what you saw them say in the movie. So I always find that fascinating. I loved it.
Now, I'm going to call out one Christina Gaiman, who doesn't listen to this show, but this is the question she gave me.
Yeah.
Knowing that we're going to see it. So
why wouldn't she listen to the show?
If anyone knows this person,
Christina Gaiman?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she has any questions about this movie, you have to tell her they thoroughly discussed it on the Penn Center podcast. If you want answers,
right,
you're going to have to listen to the show.
What's up?
So
what's her question?
This is a big question. She was concerned, will I be able to follow the money? Is it going to get too technical for me?
Okay. That's a fair question.
Yeah.
And I definitely left there with some questions, but the central element, like the key thing that drives the plot, is very clear and easy to understand.
Okay.
Now, there's also, like, there's a couple things, like, for example, Seth Rogen's character represents, like, the hedge funds,
Okay.
And even though they tried to explain why the hedge funds were losing so bad based on what the individual investors were doing, they explained that. I never really understood it, so I just sort of had to take that at face value.
Okay.
Like, you just sort of have to, like, if I'm assuming that, the listener that asked you that question, the non-listener that asked you that question,
how dare she?
She's probably got the same financial savvy as me, which is very basic. And I did not understand why the hedge fund was consistently losing so bad and why it was so traumatic. But that doesn't get, like, the fact that I did not understand the technicalities or the verbiage that was used did not get in the way at all of following the plot.
Okay.
Like, not even a little bit. It was awesome. And as far as I'm concerned, the movie had a great happy ending, and I thought it was really just a fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
So you're gonna shop at GameStop now?
Exclusively. Yeah.
For all your GameStop needs.
And for my groceries. If I need anything.
Yeah.
If I need a hammer or a garden hose.
You go there first.
Or a gallon of milk.
It's
my
only if
first
they don't
stop
have it.
is always at GameStop.
Yeah.
Is GameStop still open? Like, I was kind of laughing, like, during the movie because, like, apparently, like, this whole thing, like, what sort of saved GameStop.
For a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And now I was kind of thinking, like, okay, the movie is great, and I was rooting for the underdogs, but also, like, why does GameStop exist?
There's 2 in the mall, but there's outside of the mall. The only one I can think of anymore is out by the Route 30 Target. But there used to be everywhere. There used to be one up. There used to be 2 on Lettuce Pike. One here, one up by me.
Well, there used to be a lot of Blockbusters too.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, I mean, these are still selling like physical copies of games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of it is that people are buying more and more digital, but the other thing is that there's a huge markup. I mean, there's still a market for physical games, and we were just at Complete in Box, and look how good they're doing.
I was just gonna say, like, I wanted to. You beat me to it, but I was gonna make that reference.
Yeah.
Like,
but here's the thing: when Complete in Box opened, there was a big thing of like, there's 4 GameStops within 10 miles of you. Like, why even bother? But when they crumbled under their own weight, there's now Complete in Box doesn't have any competition.
No, they're king.
Yeah, so like they can continue to be amazing and do the things that they do. There's a huge market for physical. People still like physical.
Sure.
The problem there, and it's happening with movies too, is that you'll buy your digital content, and then the company either goes under or just one day decides we're not gonna have this anymore. And you're like, wait a minute. I bought that movie or game. You're just not gonna have it anymore? And it's just like, yeah, sorry. And it's like, you don't, with a physical thing, you have it forever.
Right.
But, so yeah.
All right, so Dumb Money was best movie I ever saw.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, what are we doing next week? And I say that knowing completely what it's going to be.
Next week
Is the creator.
Paw Patrol. What?
Paw Patrol.
Next week is the creator, which with every passing moment I get more and more excited for.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped.
But also, I do want to put out a little plug. Because we do have listeners of all ages. And if you are a listener with young kids, you want to be out at Penn Cinema on Saturday morning. We're having bouncy houses and construction trucks and coloring tables.
Whoa.
And we're having a big Paw Patrol party Saturday morning. I think it kicks off at 10, something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if you got the little ones,
That's the time.
that's the ticket.
That's
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're excited. Next week is a big week. We got Paw Patrol, The Creator, Saw, and Dumb Money. But Dumb Money we got a week early.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, now riddle me this. Someone wants to see the creator, but they've got little kids. Can they just dump their kids in Paw Patrol and go see the creator?
absolutely.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, especially if they're super little.
Yeah.
Like a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old, that would be the best.
Yeah.
What we really would prefer is if you would leave the 4-year-old with like a couple extra large Cokes and a box of Goobers.
Oh,
So they're all hyped
perfect.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think we talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
Can't remember. But the Big O's over in Spain. Now, you remember who the Big O is?
I do.
He's not the abacus.
Right. He's the big O.
the Big O.
It's funny because he's not that big.
No, you got it.
That's what he always tells me.
That's the comedy.
Yeah, that's the comedy. He's got the comedy.
So the Big O's in Spain, living his life.
I guess it wouldn't make sense to call him Little O.
No.
He would take offense.
No, what's funny though is his dad has the same name. He's like, I'm the Big O.
I'm the Big O.
He said in Spain, the theaters have playgrounds in them.
Hola.
And that's like, if you see a movie with children, they have a place the children just play. Like the whole side of the theater is just like a playground
In the auditorium?
in the auditorium. Like when you're watching the movie, there's just a play area for the kids.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I feel that I feel there's a market for it for children's movies. But I feel like it could be bad for anything else. It would infuriate me
Yeah.
for anything else.
Yeah.
But it
That's
made me think. I was like, what if there was a small 20-person room that was mostly just play stuff that only showed the children's movies?
Yeah, we get asked about that a lot. People ask like, "Oh, it'd be great if you open up daycare." Like you see that at gyms a lot. They have like date night or something like that where you can come and work out and drop your kid at the daycare center and stuff like that.
What
But
a date.
it just never made sense.
Yeah, well, these aren't like on super. Like your parents go,
Yeah.
and then the kids just
Yeah.
play on the playground when they get bored. So, because I know like Chris Hall Productions is like, he wants to take his kid to see Paw Patrol, but he's like, we might not make it very long before we have to leave.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so moving on to listeners' notes questions. Oh wait, no, we're not, because we didn't get any. What is going on?
Well, we got one via text.
Oh, that's true.
So we have this fun tradition where we have sound effects for various
I can
people.
play it. You want me to play it?
Not if it's long.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not long. I just gotta
So I'll set it up while you're
connect the
setting it up.
dots. Yeah.
So some of our listeners love their intros, and some of our listeners don't. So I don't want to name names, but we'll play the new intro.
Well, it's not. We'll play the suggested.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We'll play the suggested copy, and
You see if you can guess who.
you see if you can guess
Yeah.
which listener sent
Sent
this
this in.
sent this to us.
Yeah. Let's see if you can figure it out.
It's the final brain cell. It's the final.
The final brain cell.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I think we should stick with our.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of fits better.
Yeah.
With the
Some
classic.
listeners really own their theme song.
Right.
Remember when we talked about Top 10 Sarah and we forgot to play it?
Oh my
Oh boy.
gosh, that was
Oh boy.
You know what? One of my biggest regrets is never being able to find the perfect theme for Frodo.
For Frodo, I was just,
and
yeah.
I've never been able to find something that works.
I got it. I'm
you know what I
gonna
mean?
surprise you next week. I
Okay.
got a clip.
All right.
I got a clip.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. I can't wait.
Sweet. All right. So moving on. What are you doing outside of the wonderful wide world of movies?
I'm watching the morning show. Amy and I are working through season 3, which we thoroughly enjoy, and we're going to continue to watch it. But I think I'll just speak for myself. I don't think it's as. I think the 3rd season is kind of weak. I think it's weak sauce. And then also I wanted to mention, because we've talked about it on the show quite a bit, I recently sat down with my friend and watched the entire Ferris Bueller.
What's more ridiculous about that sentence? That you have a friend or that you watch Ferris Bueller?
I think did you though? Was it a special friend? Was it an imaginary friend?
Yeah.
Was it your dog?
Friend is a loose term around here.
So yeah, I mean that's what I've been up to. I don't know.
What did you think of Ferris Bueller now as a full-grown adult male?
Well, I've watched it plenty of times as a full-grown adult, and it held up just great. In fact,
it did.
there were little bits that I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, right. It's so good. It's such a good movie.
I bet it is.
I love it. See, David, this is why nobody likes you.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure that out for the longest time.
What about you?
All right.
What have you been doing?
It's more of the same, but I've been reading Invincible Universe, which is the comics that fit in between the normal Invincible stuff, which I've been enjoying, but I took a little break from. It's like a 2,000-page book, so you got to take breaks. Lower Decks continues. Star Trek Lower Decks continues to knock it out of the park with hilarity. I'm just loving that so much. I can't believe I love it as much as I do. And then finally, some huge things going on in Ahsoka. Huge. We got like 2 of the biggest characters that we've been waiting all season to see finally showed up. Thrawn and Ezra Bridger. It's like I mean, get ready.
Right.
You know, shit's about to happen.
Wow.
Can't wait till you watch the show.
Me neither.
Me neither. I'm telling you, man, I was right about
Yes, Andor.
Rogue Andor.
Andor.
Now, this isn't as good as Andor for you, I don't think, but I'm still curious as to what you'll think.
What's the deal with Andor? Is there going to be another season?
They're supposed to be.
I can't
I
wait.
mean, I don't know how long it's going to be with everything going on, but it's supposed
Hopefully
to be.
that shit wraps up.
Yeah. So that's it for what I'm doing outside of the movies. Now, again, next week,
The Creator. Or Paw Patrol.
Or we'll see which one.
We'll see which one. We'll be surprised.
Honestly, I have no idea which one I'll see.
I am
many.
so excited to see The Creator. We got a little sidetracked talking about that, but I feel like the closer I get to that movie, the more I think it's going to be good.
It's going to be so good. The thing is, it's become so hyped in my head that if it's not good, I don't know how I'm going to deal.
Yeah. It's an emotional roller coaster for David.
It is. I'm going to be like, I didn't watch it. I watched Paw Patrol. I don't know what you're talking about. So, all right. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, the best way to do that is to go ahead and shoot us an email at podcast@pencinema.com. That's podcast@pencinema.com, our new email address.
PODC as in Charlie.
Yeah.
AST as in Thomas.
Right.
At the @ sign, that like the ampersand.
Well, yeah, not the ampersand,
Not
but
the
an
ampersand.
@ sign.
An @ sign.
Yeah.
What's the ampersand?
Ampersand is the end.
Oh, right. So what's the official name of the @ sign?
I think it's just an @
Really?
Yeah.
Because it existed before we had @pencinema.com.
Well, I think it was always @ I don't know. You know, it's something for us to look up someday.
Okay.
Frodo,
She'll know.
hit us up. Our girl. She's the queen. She'll let us know. So podcast@pencinema.com is the best way to email us. If you want to support the show, what's the number one way to do that?
Number one way to support the show?
Yeah, this show.
This show.
Not the other one,
No, the particular,
but this one.
the one that we're doing now?
Yeah.
Well, the one that we're doing now,
That they'll hear later.
they're hearing it later.
Yeah, but it's happening now.
They're going to hear it in the future.
Yeah, so if they want to support something that happened in the past.
It happened in the past. That's perfect. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was asking.
Right.
We've done something similar to this before, but I've been meaning to get back to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just got a lot going on. Your schedule gets busy. But what would be really helpful would be, and we've done projects in libraries before, but now what I want you to do is to get into middle schools. Which I don't see any problem with this whatsoever.
It's super easy.
It's super easy. We want you in a middle school library and getting out those history books. And right when they get to the part about the 2000s, I want you to stick a little sticky note in there telling people listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
Right.
And if anybody gives you any lip about being in the school, just tell them Penn sent you.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
The biggest invention of the 2000s.
Right.
Penn Cinema podcast.
Yeah. So, but if you are leery,
Yeah. Why would you be?
right, which was weird, but
Yeah.
if you are, because we
no.
accept everybody for where they are.
I'm afraid to break into a middle school. Look at me.
Oh my God, I could get arrested again.
Again. I can't go back to prison.
You're evading the law with your swimming, biking, and running.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so if you're not cool with that whole scene,
Right.
then just tell a friend. Tell a friend how much you
That
enjoy the
easy.
show. Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
Yep. No Post-it notes involved. Yeah, you just have to say it. You don't have to write it down. Although if you write it down, that'll help your friend remember it later.
That's true. And when you put it on the post-it note, you have to very, very like uppity. So don't hand it to them.
Right.
Press it up on their chest. Stick it in their
Right,
chest.
right.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, and there you go, pal.
Yeah, right next to their heart where it needs to be.
Yeah. I think also what would help the show is if people would reference the phrase that you just invented called the cageisons.
The Racageisons?
The Racageisons.
Yeah.
And then when you work that into conversations, people ask you, what the hell are you talking about? And that gives you the perfect opportunity to talk about the Penn Cinema podcast.
Heard about it on the Penn Cinema podcast. Yeah.
Where I get all my news.
All right. Well, once again for the Penn
That
Cinema
should be our new
podcast,
tagline.
where I get all my news. David Wolfman.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.